One of the issues that will often come up in therapy is working with people who feel stuck, who feel like they don't have a choice or that it is impossible for them to change their lives or to change themselves. And it's important that we give people space to grieve the losses of a stuck life, right? To grieve the losses of stagnation. And so for many, that looks like lost time. How many years have I been like trying and trying, kind of knocking at this door, beating my head against this wall, or, and nothing shifting for me. So not only lost time, but lost opportunities, right? It may feel like, and, I have this with some clients who feel like their moment of either a possible love or their moment for their career has passed and it will never come back again. And so they're feeling stuck. And so I really try to cultivate self-compassion and understanding within people. Resignation or surrender is a way that we try to protect ourselves, right? Because it is risky to hope, right? It is risky to set a new dream after you've been disappointed, right? And so, it's understandable that if I put my hopes on something and it fell apart, for me to just say, it's just not for me to have like great things in my life. So I'm not going to apply to school again. I'm not going to apply for another job. I'm not going to get back in the dating arena. I'm not going to keep trying to have children. Like, it's not in the cards for me. And so it may be in that position of having given up hope that people are coming in with us. And now here's the tension, is there can be a mustard seed, right? A little piece of them that is still hoping, right? So even as I'm giving the therapist this script or this narrative that no one will ever love me, a part of me deeply desires to be loved, right? And so giving breath and space for that tension of what it feels like to believe you should give up on the search and a part of you still wants it. I, have several clients who are in that place of never having been married, never having had children. And it wasn't what they thought, right? Of how their life was going to be. They imagined themselves with partners and kids, and it hasn't happened. And so that pull of, do I give up on it? Which then also sends out a certain energy is the way I describe it, right? When you're interacting with people who are open to relationship, to love, to possibility, they engage in a particular way than people who are like, it's not like, no, like it's not possible. And so kind of reflecting on that and helping people who feel stuck or feel like they're unable to change to take a look at their life history because often there were early experiences that set them up to believe these distorted views of themselves, to hold on to these distorted views of themselves. So we have to talk about that as like core beliefs, right? I am unlovable. I am insignificant. I am stupid. I am not deserving of protection, right? So when we raise these prior experiences, and more importantly, how they made us feel and think about ourselves, then it opens the room for some flexibility in how I see myself, because what I'm raising with clients is the distinction between a symptom or a sign of distress versus an identity, right? So if I am showing up in a particular way because of the abandonment or because of the abuse, then it's a trauma response. It is not actually my capacity, my capability, my truth, right? So, I use this phrase, trauma affects you, but it doesn't have to define you. So it has affected the way you have lived your life. And I do not have to continue to stick to that script, right? And it can be challenging because people who don't believe they can change, you want to hold the beauty of that they're coming to therapy, right? Of all things. So the seed is there.